Has the picture come up for you?
Yeah.
Cool, cool. We are live. The internet can totally see you now.
What?
It says the internet can totally see you now.
It's gonna get weird looking back into the camera now. I've done it in ages.
Where's the share button on this then? Oh, there it is. I found it.
Yeah. This is going swimmingly.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's gonna be facetious or something. I don't know.
I can't hear you properly.
Wait, really?
Yeah. How far away is your microphone to your mouth?
About 2 feet.
It's just quite... It sounds like you're talking into a cloud.
Weird.
Okay, your viewers may be experiencing minor issues. Okay. I might look into that.
Issues how then? No, what the fuck?
Recommend that you're a bit right. What?
No, I just found a little spider.
Oh, okay.
On his own business. Yeah, I reckon ignore the whole virus issue with TTR, to be honest.
Yeah, probably should, to be fair. I'll imagine it's safe.
Especially while Toonfest is still open.
I didn't realise Toonfest was on.
Yeah, it just gives you a whole bunch of free jelly beans and throwing.
Not that I need them.
Yeah, but no, you can get tokens which you can exchange for throwing gags or some shit.
Fair enough.
Ooh, what the fuck? Clean some of these heads.
To hopefully see if that makes it any better. Yes, I have a green bar back.
What?
Awesome. I mean, the thing is, if we can just start, you know, because it just gets recorded as a video anyway, which is why I kind of wanted to do it on here.
Yeah.
So if we just start, no one comes and no one comes. But the important thing is that we just, you know, get things talking. So what I was going to talk about today, obviously we've just had the mass amount of Gen 7 updates.
Oh yeah.
We've just had, well, I mean, in the one that I ended up not editing because time restraints, we talked a little about the Gen 4 thing. But I figured we'd just start off with some Sun and Moon news.
So, what was the first part?
What I'll do first, though.
Yeah.
So, current events happening at the moment. You've got Caldeo in North America. That might be in England as well. I'm not really sure.
Well, I got mine recently, so.
Okay, you've got Keldeo 1st of October to the 24th of October. You can still get the 3 Reggies from Pokemon Bank, all of which... No, they're not shiny, I'm an idiot, it's just the Pentagon, not the shiny symbol. You've got an upcoming events. You can currently get a Classic Unova Darmanitan if you took part in the Unova Classic Battle Competition. It's a 6 IV Darmanitan, not even bad. Not even bad.
Nice.
And we European players and Australian players can currently get Volcanion. North American players will have to wait until October 10th.
Wait, I completely missed some of that. Can we get Volcanion now?
You
Then
can
go to game.
To coincide with the movie Volcanion and the Mechanical Marvel, you can go into the store that gives you access to the 721st Pokemon. Volcanion in the US can be found at GameStop. In the UK and Spain, it's at GameStop at Neo Tokyo. Blah 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 blah. You get the idea.
Fair enough.
So, tell you what I'll do is. So, oh my god, are you kidding me?
Hmm?
Right, Adobe programs take about a year to boot up, and I accidentally just clicked Photoshop.
Oh god, I used to do that every time I was streaming.
This guy, I got rid of it.
Try and click onto Chrome or whatever. No, Photoshop.
Yeah, so we have obviously some new news that's just come out. If you want to introduce it.
I don't actually remember all too much.
Have you not heard about the new news?
No, I have. I just don't remember some of it. I know that the starters now have their evolutions. We know what they look like.
Correct. How much do you know about them?
Nothing much aside from Rowlet is now a meme when it evolves.
So the first Pokemon that was announced was Dartrix,
That's the one.
which is the evolved form of Rowlet, the Blade Quill Pokemon, Grass Flying type, and obviously has the ability Overgrow. Dartrix is extremely sensitive to others' presences in the area and can detect opponents behind it and throw feathers to strike them without seeing them. This Pokemon conceals sharp-bladed feathers inside its wings, showing astounding precision as it sends them flying in attack. And it goes beyond propelling its blade quills in simple straight lines. It can even bend these feathers to change their trajectories. First of all, that paragraph instantly tells me that though... Have you heard about the Chinese links? Do you know what they are? Not links, Chinese leaks. So, ages ago, some Chinese person released some news about what the starter's final evolutions would look like. We had an owl with a bow and arrow, basically, as wings. We had a wrestling Litten, it looks older, basically Tony the Tiger. And we had almost a Milotic mermaid-looking Poplio thing.
Yeah, yeah.
If you look at the starters' designs, obviously I've just mentioned sharp-bladed feathers. You've got the projectiles. That's the type of thing that we saw from the Chinese, the Chinese leak. Revealing a certain snobbiness in its personality, Dartrix cares a great deal about its appearance, grooming its feathers in every spare moment. In truth, it's also a bit of a bird brain. Wow, the puns. With a tendency to bundle things up. Once it makes a mistake, it sometimes gets into a desperate struggle to gloss over the situation and ends up making a bigger mess than ever. At times, this Pokemon feels so bothered by its dirty or ruffled feathers that it can't focus on battle. When it loses its focus, it sometimes even retires from the battle. I said refused. Retires from the battle on the spot. It's up to each trainer to help Dartrix overcome this troublesome stage. If this Pokemon is with a trainer who helps it through, its strength will grow hugely. Basically, it's a troubled teenager.
Does kind of look like one of those snobby yet kind of self-conscious teenagers, doesn't it?
Well, you've
Like
got
those rich kids.
you've got the whole quiff thing. I can do it with quiff. I've got a quiff. There we go. Nice quiff across the eye. Just for dart tricks, just for dart tricks, I'll put my hair into a position where it's like, yeah, I'm the real owl in the business. So yeah, it kind of sounds like a teenager.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not disappointed, but it's just a bit, I don't know, it's just a bit odd looking. I feel like the third evolutions, though, they're like a mix between of cuteness and fierceness, and it kind of doesn't do either. It kind of just looks a bit stupid. Like, I feel like they could have done better with it. Especially if they, like, and that description as well. The second Pokemon that was announced was Torracat. So that is the evolved form of Litten. The bell-like object attached to the base of Torracat's neck is a flame sac, an organ that can produce flames. Torracat's emotions cause a rise in the organ's temperature, and when the organ spits flames, it rings with a high, clear sound of a bell. Torracat attacks using the flames emitted from its bell. Torracat's mane serves as an excellent sensory organ, and it can sense what's going on around it, even in the dark. It can also detect the presence of hidden enemies. Excuse me. Torracat has a great love for battle, and will attack so relentlessly, and that its opponents will lose the will to fight. And yet, it sometimes behaves like a spoilt child in front of trainers, or Pokemon with whom it has built a relationship of trust. The cat punch that this Pokemon can dish out with its strong forelegs is extremely powerful. It can bend iron bars and knock out large men with a single blow. Please don't be firefighting type. I did say earlier the Chinese leaks, it was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Please be fire dark or something. Don't be firefighting. Don't be firefighting. Don't be firefighting. Please, just anything. Have you seen what the Pokemon look like, by the way?
Oh.
Have you seen what the Pokemon look like?
Yeah, I've got a spare page up now.
Yeah. So again, it's one of those things where it kind of like this is exactly what I mentioned, by the way, when I said like it looks cute. Well, it's trying to be cute, but it's also trying to be fierce, and it kind of has got lost in between the two.
Yeah.
Why has it only got one fang as well?
Well, one's more prominent than the other.
I guess. Obviously, its ability is Blaze. And yeah, moving on. So we have finally Brione, maybe. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. We'll call it Brione.
I was thinking Brion.
Brion. We'll go Brion.
Yeah.
You're good at pronunciation. The pop star Pokemon. Brion learns its dances by imitating the other members of its colony. It sometimes even learns dances from humans. This Pokemon is a hard worker and pours itself into its efforts until it has mesmerized each dance. As it dances, Brion creates a balloon as it dances. Okay, right, I read that really wrong. Right, as it dances, Brion creates balloon after balloon. In battle, it first sends its opponent into disarray with its dancing, and then slaps its balloons into its target. I'm not being funny. It's quite what would you use? A sexual way of putting it? Slaps its balloons into its target? I mean, come on, Pokemon. Causing the balloons to explode and deal damage. I see the eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wow. Brion can dance in perfect time with others, even if they have just only met. On moonlit nights, you can sometimes see throngs of Brion dancing as one, in perfect fluidity. Brion always acts cheery and positive, even when it's sad, and this Pokemon doesn't allow its sorrow to show. It's said that Brion will only reveal a sad expression to a Pokemon or trainer to whom it has opened its heart completely. Which one's your favourite and why?
Tough call.
I'm probably going to go Rowlet so far. I like the whole bow and arrow aspect. I don't.
Are they actually confirmed to be genuine though? The leaks.
No, but judging by these evolutions, they are looking more and more genuine as we go as well. Also in the leak, we have what's that? You know the green-haired girl who's like a trial captain or whatever.
Oh,
I can't think of her name, but she's in the leak as well, and she stood next to Ash, obviously from the anime, and obviously something else that was just announced was Ash Greninja in the games, which we will get to a little bit later. Which star are you going to pick? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm probably just going to go Litten.
I was thinking Litten, but I quite like. I just got my hand like stuck on my headphone wire. I was going to go Litten, but I'm quite liking the whole bow and arrow thing.
Mm.
So that's the starters. If you go look up the leaks if you can, and see if you can find them, because they are quite. You see what I mean by they're quite. You know, they look quite believable.
Mm.
You look at them now.
No. Closing all the wrong tabs.
So something else that was announced was the Pokemon Sun and Moon Festival Plaza.
Oh yeah.
Be under cool features, won't it? More Pokemon Global Link. Here we go. So, to me, this is looking like you probably never went to it because you didn't have Wi-Fi back then. But when Diamond and Pearl was out,
I went to it once.
Oh, Platinum even. It would be.
Back when we were in the shop.
Yeah, hold on. 2 seconds. Right. So, yeah, so the Pokemon Platinum Plaza.
Yeah.
That I only went into it once actually, as well.
You you had more times to visit it than I did.
Yeah, I didn't have Wi-Fi though.
You had access to the shop.
No, I tell you what the problem was the security code. So back with the DS Lites, you could only get through if you could only do Nintendo Wi-Fi if your code was WEP security. I didn't know how to change it back then. I know how to change it now. And I only had one place where I could go to change it, and obviously I didn't want to invade that person's lot. Hey, else.
Oh God, she's her.
I didn't obviously want to just constantly invade that person's house constantly because of it.
Mm.
But Festival Plaza owner captain. Okay, so you've got the ginger captain guy, the trial captain, who's sort of the leader of the plaza.
Mm.
I'm assuming. I'm not too sure. But I'll tell you what, we'll have a little read of this page then, shall we? So in Pokemon Sun and Moon, communication features such as battling and trading are all gathered together in Festival Plaza. This is a place where the festivities never stop, as Pokemon trainers from around the world meet and mingle. As you progress through your adventure, you'll become able to use Festival Plaza, where you can welcome other people and take requests to keep things hopping. Talk to your visitors to liven things up. So you can talk to people who come into your festival, it looks like, and recommend them certain places to go. Connect with other players. People playing Pokemon Sun or Moon near you and players from around the world who are connected to the internet will visit Festival Plaza, and you can enjoy playing with them using a variety of communication features, including battling and trading. So that's fairly standard. Just, you know, your battles. And I wonder if this replaces, like, where you've got... Do you remember the Union Room? From Gen 4?
Yeah.
I feel like it could be something like that.
I feel...
But like the types of things you do in there. So you go in there and you can battle, you can trade, so that sort of thing. But obviously more advanced. So there's shops and stuff you can go.
No, I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's in black 2, white 2.
The Entralink.
No.
Or what you got the shadow thing.
No.
Oh. Dream World. That's really, really weird, actually.
In a minute.
What else just said? That's quite funny.
Huh. Oh, the walls aren't yellow. It's just really shit decoration paper.
Yeah, it's... Oh, yours, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was a grey. Oh, this is whoa cool. Oh my... I haven't even read this. So this is kind of like blind reading through. Callum, do you mind if I just read in ahead a minute?
I'm still trying to find the route I'm looking for.
I'll have to get a drink. Dry throat. As your Festival Plaza's rank goes up, you'll gain the ability to host missions where multiple players can try to complete a certain goal together. Missions can be attempted with other players you connect to via local wireless or the internet. It also seems that global missions will sometimes be held in which everyone playing Pokemon Sun and Moon can work together to achieve a goal. Huh? I want to know more about this. So it looks like as well in the plaza, you like where you recommend people to go. Like there's a screenshot here, and it says what type of move would you use on a bug and grass Pokemon, and you've got a choice of normal, fire, water, or electric, and obviously the correct answer would be fire. Catch as many wild Pokemon as possible during the mission period. Okay, I am way more hyped up for this than I actually thought. This looks really, really cool. Have you found it yet?
No, and it's bugging out.
Turn the music up a little bit. There we go. I don't know if that's too loud or not, but hopefully it's alright. What exactly are you thinking about? Like,
it was to do with the wireless and infrared connections in the desert routes.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh wait, the Park Avenue thing.
Park Avenue?
Is that it?
I don't know.
It's where the desert route is, and it links to Nimbasa City. In black and white too, I think.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think so. Still unsure, I can't find it.
I'm pretty sure that's what you mean anyway. But yeah, I can see it being fairly similar to that. Actually, I'll agree with that. So...
Wait. Join Avenue.
Oh, Join Avenue.
Yep, that's it.
I wasn't far off, was I? With Park Avenue. Okay, so...
It's just going to be an improved version of Join Avenue with Wi-Fi, I reckon.
Okay, moving on from the Festival Plaza, because we've got a lot to talk about, so I don't want to stick around on it for too long. We're going to have a little look at Pokepalago, which we've always wondered what happens to Pokemon in its PC. You know, is it cruel? It turns out Pokemon love it, and it's a paradise. So,
what if it's out of a sense of morality, like they've just realised, oh shit, we're just keeping these Pokemon in limbo. Maybe we should do something about that.
Probably, actually, it's like, it's okay, children, it's okay. They're not being trapped in there forever. They do have area to run around in. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, there is a feature known as Pokepalago. which Pokemon that have been placed in boxes can enjoy. Pokepelago consists of a variety of isles where Pokemon can go exploring and play on athletic equipment and enjoy other fun activities. What are you saying?
I think it's Pokepelago, like as in Archipelago.
That would make sense because it's isles.
Yeah.
Excuse me. If you spend many Pokemon to Pokepelago, you can develop the facilities on your isles and develop new kinds of isles as well. As these isles are developed and increase in number, you'll be able to do things like obtain items or raise your Pokemon. Now, I'm going to get a drink. You entertain the people.
How?
I've got hiccups now, so I'm going to have to get a drink.
It's literally just Ellie. All I can do is offer a gentle handy behind the parking lot of a Denny's at this point. I mean, I could do the truffle shuffle, but I don't think people would appreciate that. Fuck it. I'm gonna get the cat.
I should have got that drink. Oh, where's he gone now? Hold on. I'll just read on.
What?
Oh, he's back. Good timing. Very good timing.
There we go. Oop. Wakey there, buddy.
Okay, moving on. Oh, and he has bought the cat.
Don't know what to do with yourself, do you?
If you send many Pokemon to Pokepelago, you can develop the facilities on your isles and develop new kinds of isles as well. As these isles are developed and increase in number, you'll be able to do things like obtain items or raise your Pokemon. So it sounds like that you can get XP and stuff from them. So there's looks like a lichen rock and the mantis grass looking thing, as well as its pre-evolved form on the island as well. That looks like something else. No, I can't actually see what it is, and there's a Pikachu on there as well. Look at the screenshots, there's a Pelipper in a cave. Some other Pokemon that have been announced, like Passimian. Is that Machop? Is that Machop confirmed? You've got an Ariados, Spearow. These are all Pokemon confirmed for this game, possibly. Looks pretty cool. Pokemon visiting Isle of Beans. Of Beans? I don't even know if that... I'm guessing that's right. Pokemon visiting Isle of Beans, which you can visit from the start, may sometimes choose to join your party. A Pokemon that displays a heart icon in the bubble above its head has taken a liking to you. So I'm guessing that's a wild Pokemon that's come to the island and wants to be a part of your team.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. And what it actually does, that could be a really... This looks like a really good way of, like, farming Pokemon of the nature you want. So because judging by this...
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a bit slow.
Well, judging by this... I tell you what, right, judging by the screenshot, it says Pokebean effects last for. So, I'm assuming the Pokebean is kind of like a Jelly Bean Pokeblock.
Right,
and you put it there and it lures wild Pokemon there. And then some Pokemon particularly like the bean, and then they want to join your team. But the really good thing about this is looking like you'd probably be able to say yes to the Pokemon because you can see the nature, and obviously nature you can actually farm down through breeding. For I think it's an Everstone. So in the image, I can see a Skarmory with a mild nature, a Scyther with a modest nature. If you're running Scyther with a modest nature, you're doing something wrong, by the way.
I thought it was Destiny Knot.
Destiny Knot. No, I think Destiny Knot something else. Destiny Knot, I think, transfers some IVs down.
Right.
and you've got a pick a pack with a naughty nature. So interesting. In Isle of Fun, I get it. Isle a Bean, so I like Isle of Beans, and then you've got Isle of Fun, Isle of Fun. Those are original names though. In Isle of Fun, you can use one. In Isle of Fun, which you can use once you develop it, you may be able to obtain valuable items. For example, a floatstone, a moonstone, 2-leaf stone, a thunderstone, and a hardstone. Judging by the screenshot.
Basically, you just get evolution stones and profitable collectibles.
So when I first saw this, something that immediately sprang to mind was the Aether thing, the Aether Foundation, because we know the Aether Foundation wanted to build a sanctuary to protect Pokemon from Team Skull.
And this is just the closest they've got to it, it would seem.
This sounds like some sort of sanctuary.
Hmm.
To me, anyway. Whether or not that's linked in, I'm not sure. That's just the type of vibe I get from it.
Only thing I can imagine right now is the Aether Foundation in collaboration with Bill.
The Bill? Oh, I think the Aether Foundation's evil, personally.
Yeah, I was considering that as well, to be honest.
Have you watched all of Lockson's videos yet?
Is 3.5 out yet?
No.
Then, yes, I've seen everything.
Because thinking 3.5, he's going to talk about the Aether Foundation, but I mentioned it in the last podcast. Woman beginning with L, I can't think of her name.
Lusamine.
That's it. She just looks so similar to Gladion and Lily, and obviously Gladion's part of Team Skull and has type Null. It's like, what? It's just, there's something up, and I don't know what it is, but Aether Foundation are not good. You can tell by the old woman's face. You know the guy, you know the woman from Family Guy, like the maid. Is it
Consuela.
That's it. There's a woman in like a pink dress, and I feel like she
Wick.
looks like Consuela.
Really?
I don't know why. Do you know who I mean?
It's Wick, isn't it?
Wick, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It reminds me of Consuela. I don't. Maybe it's the hair.
Like, as soon as that video was aired, she was pretty much everyone's waifu at that point.
Okay. So that's Pokepelago. Do we want to talk about the whole demo thing next?
Oh yeah, we've got the demo similar to the Oras demo now.
Yeah. Do we get an X and Y demo? We didn't, did we?
No.
So
We
something.
were kept in the dark quite a bit with X and Y, weren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So if we move on to the demo. Now, something that they did do they've done again, which they did in the Oras demo, is they had a Pokemon at the end which we could transfer to our game.
I reckon it's going to be the same as the Oras demo, where there's certain scenarios played out and you can get transferable items as well.
Yeah, most likely.
Because you could get like Mega Glalie in the demo, and now we're getting Ash Greninja to play through certain scenarios. I reckon that's what that is.
Okay, so beginning October 18th, probably going to be October 21st for us,
Yep.
or 23rd, because it comes out. No, it comes out November 23rd for us, doesn't it?
Yep.
So it'll probably be October 23rd for us, knowing our luck. Pokemon Sun and Moon special demo version will be available in the Nintendo eShop. This is your chance to meet the Pokemon that can be found in November 18th. November 18's Pokemon Sun and Moon. Yeah, that's. I feel like they kind of. I feel like they didn't need to put that sentence in. That's really obvious. But nah, no shit, Sherlock. Ash Greninja, the Pokemon that appears with the hero Ash. Hero, guys. Hero.
Let's just keep it a protagonist, yeah?
Yeah, we'll stick with that. In the animated TV series, yeah, Pokemon the Series X and Y will also appear in this game as a member of your team. You can adventure together. I know along the bottom it says Mega Evolution. We're going to talk about that first, but I feel like Mega Evolution needs to go along with the VGC rule set, which we're going to discuss later. It comes out 23rd house. You can bring this Greninja, which is able to turn into Ash Greninja, to your full version of Pokemon Sun and Moon after launch, once you've completed your adventure together in Sun and Moon special demo version. And there's the picture of a guy, or the protagonist, holding a Pokeball which has Greninja in.
Yeah, I don't know if it's final, but I remember seeing in the video that it was level 100, wasn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
That said, would we get it in that same state?
I have no idea. Possibly. Seems a bit OP though.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would probably only be able to get it after the main storyline, I'd imagine.
Yeah, because the only time it'd be useful is when you're facing off. Oh shit! Yeah, I was gonna say when you're facing off against a champion, but we don't have that anymore.
I think we'll have a champion.
Yeah.
I think we'll have a final boss. I think
it'll probably be something to do with like the Aether Foundation and Gizmo.
I was about to say that actually. Gizmo? Who's Gizmo?
Gizmo.
Oh, I was going to say. It's like, there's someone called Gizmo? Who's this?
Learn to listen.
Learn to get a better microphone.
It was only a tenner, to be fair.
Okay, so you can download it from Nintendo's homepage, or you can download it from the Nintendo eShop. Talking about Ash Greninja, we know it has the ability Battle Bond, so I'm afraid we will not be able to have Protean Ash Greninja. I mean, if this thing had its stats boosted and it had Protean, I think we'd all die. Ash Greninja has powered up thanks to the strength of its bonds with Ash. This is the form Greninja takes when it has gained a new power due to the miraculous occurrence known as the Bond phenomenon. This can be brought on by bonds between people and Pokemon. It seems that it is only known to have occurred once, several hundreds of years ago. Ash Greninja's leg strength has been enhanced compared to an ordinary Greninja, making it difficult to see because of the speed at which it can move. It takes its enemies out in a flash. It becomes able to make a giant water shurikens on its back, and it can throw them in rapid succession. Greninja that can become Ash Greninja have an ability that no Pokemon has ever had before, Battle Bond. The Battle Bond ability triggers this Pokemon's form change to Ash Greninja after it causes an opponent's Pokemon to faint. When the battle ends, the Pokemon returns to its original Greninja form. This form is only for battles where it needs to break the limits. Judging by the trailer, it seems like you have to knock out a Pokemon for this to activate.
Actually, with the whole new forms and Mega Evolution stuff, do you reckon we're going to get Megas for the Gen 4 starter evolutions?
No. I don't think so. If we do, I'll be surprised.
What about the Gen 4 remake?
Well, we don't know if we're going to get a Gen 4 remake.
Well, I imagine we would.
We'll discuss that later. When we get onto the Gen 4 thing.
Yeah. Well, perfect segue now, isn't it?
No, because there's something else I wanted to talk about before we go on to that. And it's to do with Mega Evolution in general, first of all.
Right. Oh, what? The VGC rules or whatever?
Yep. So, a little bit more on Ash Greninja. So, we've seen it in the anime, and we've seen why it's Greninja, and because it's only happened once, and it happened with Ash and his Greninja, it's probably not going to happen to the other two Kalos starters, which means that they are basically still crap, unfortunately. I like Chestnut's alright. Delphox is just awful.
Delphox is everyone's furry waifu.
Oh my god. Delphox is like the poor man's Ninetales.
Which shiny is better though?
What, wait, whose?
Delphox or Ninetales?
Ninetales.
It's just silver, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not even a question.
Oh no, I remember Delphox's looks pretty good.
Delphox is like grey. So yeah, that's really all in Ash Ninja. It'll probably have a bit of a stat boost. Other than that, we don't know too much else about it.
Mm.
Actually, there is something I wanted to mention with it. If you guys look up Hybrid Hero on YouTube, you'll see his recent video is about Ash Ninja, and it's a little theory about why he thinks that we'll get Clemont, Chestnut, and Serena Delphox. I don't think we will, because obviously what I've just said, it's only Ash and Greninja that gets it, and the last Pokemon to get it as well before Ash and Greninja was another Greninja. If you watch the anime X, Y, and Z, you'll understand the storyline behind it.
I can't see the Chestnut thing at all, to be honest.
I can't either. But if you go watch that video, he links you to another video in which there is a theory which kind of has Battle Bond being an alternate version of Torrent, Overgrow, and Blaze. And it's really interesting.
And Swarm.
And Swarm, yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
I'm surprised there aren't any other abilities that have the same effect, are there? It's just those four, isn't it?
I think so. It's just that. But the theory goes, I'll summarise. So if you watch the Gen 4 anime, again going back to Gen 4, you have Ash's. I feel like a lot of the anime is based around Chimchar, in the sense that Paul abandons Chimchar because it couldn't get the same blaze power that it got when he once saw, so he just gave it up, and Ash had it, and Ash got some ridiculous power out of it. But a lot of the time, this blaze just was too powerful for Infernape itself, and it's almost like this blaze was trying to be a Battle Bond sort of thing. And if you watch the theory, you'll see what I mean. It's really, really interesting. Callum, I recommend you go watch it later as well. It's really, really interesting. That's enough of Ash Ninja for now. And the next thing I want to talk about is Mega Evolution confirmed.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like that.
Really?
I don't like Mega Evolutions in the slightest.
It's become its own staple now, though, so getting rid of it probably would cause a lot of uproar, wouldn't it?
There's a video with Shady Penguin and Shofu discussing it, and they use this reference, and I'll call the reference Little Timmy because that's what they called it. And it's about how Little Timmy's favourite Pokemon is Mega Sceptile or whatever, or Mega Blastoise, or Mega Charizard X, or Mega Charizard Y, or whatever. And if they took Mega Evolution away, Little Timmy would no longer have his favourite Pokemon available. However, I think Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Salamence, Mega
Rayquaza.
Mega Rayquaza is ridiculous, but I feel like you have to have Mega Rayquaza if you're going to have the two primals. What was the other one? You've got, what the other? Oh, Mega Gengar's pretty ridiculous. You've got some Megas like this, which are just stupidly OP. But then you have, like, Mawil's pretty ridiculous. Mawile has, like, over 200 attack. With priority Sucker Punch.
Okay, wow.
And access to Swords Dance. Mawile is insane. And it has access to Fire Fang as well to fight off Barrathon. So Mawile's pretty good as well.
Strange thing is, I haven't seen Mega Mawile in competitive play at all.
That's because you don't play competitive Pokemon, Callum.
Still watch it now and then.
BGC 2015, Mawile was big. People who ran it a lot under Trick Room, and it caused havoc. Mega Mawile could handle Mega Kangaskhan.
That's power.
Mega Mawile was a bit of a beast. I do like Mega Mawile though. There are some Megas which I do like. Mega Mawile is one of them, but I still would rather just not have Mega Mawile. I'd rather just have an evolved form of Mawile.
Yeah. That's a steady point though. If it can face off against Mega Kangaskhan pretty well, then you know it's good.
Yeah, I mean, you got some megas like Mega Ampharos, Mega. Like some megas are just so underwhelming. Like Mega, don't get me wrong, most megas are very good. Like they can do damage, or they have a niche. But you then have those megas which I mentioned, like the likes of Mega Salamence, which just blow straight through teams, and it's just like, what's the point? It has no counter. I mean, it does have a counter. You've got Pokemon with ridiculously high defense, but then you've got Power Up Punch with the 3 Sword Stance. Sure, yeah, we'll run a Ghost type. Oh no, Sucker Punch or Crunch. Which one do you want to get hit by?
Yeah.
It breaks through Focus Sashes with ease. Hey, Christian Santiago. We're just discussing some, obviously, the Sun and Moon news which came out today, and some other stuff. But
I imagine they might be a bit more restrictive with certain pokes, though. I mean, we can only hope, right?
Yeah. So obviously, I'm disappointed the Megas are there, but it's Gonzo. Aha! That'll explain why. You know. See, this is the problem. I'm gonna have people's names come up, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, your real name," and then they're gonna like, "It's Gonzo." It's like, I see. Hey, okay, I'm gonna stick with calling you Gonzo then, because that's what I'm used to calling you. So obviously we've got all this. Like I was saying, like I don't particularly like Mega Revolution, but it's part of the game now. You've got little Timmy who's gonna miss Mega Revolution if it goes away. So I'm in a sense I'm glad to sit back. Like some Megas I really like. Like I really like Mega Blaziken's ridiculous as well, by the way. Like stupidly good.
Actually, do you reckon they'll bring in any new megas, or will they just stop at what they've got now?
I don't know. I think they'll bring in a few more. I think
how many Pokemon Mega Evolve now?
40, I think. 40
Yeah,
something.
I was thinking 48.
I think it's in the 40s.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. Like Mega Lopunny's pretty ridiculous as well. Yeah, Megas are confirmed to be back. However, although I'm not too happy with Megas being back, but I can understand why. The next VGC season, the rule set is Mega Stones are not allowed. It's also a Alolan Dex only, which means most likely no Genies, and so and no Legendary Dogs. So guess what? No Suicune, which wasn't too prominent in this metagame in 2016, but it was very prominent in 2015. So no Tailwinding Suicunes, no Landorus, no Thundurus, no Mega Kangaskhan, no Mega Maw, no Mega Salamence. I'm so hyped for it.
Yeah, are we counting the Pokemon or the Mega Pokemon for this? Because I'm looking at it now.
Well, the only change would be Mewtwo and Charizard, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Count the Pokemon that can Mega Evolve.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm absolutely hyped for the new VGC season. To the point where like I just want a Sun and Moon to come out now, and I just want to get grinding, build teams and stuff, and I am so hyped. As soon as I heard no Megas, I was like, thank you. Now the fact that they say no Mega Stones, right?
46.
46. I knew it was in the 40s.
I believe it is 46.
So it'd be 48 Megas in total.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now something which interests me is the rule set says no Mega Stones and Alolan Dex only. Now that means we're going to be able to, that means there are going to be some Megas that you can have access to in the Alolan Dex. Yeah, are you following that?
Mm-hmm.
Which means we can probably use some Megas during the main storyline. What the Megas will be, I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of been a staple in the story, hasn't it?
Yeah, as well as the fact that you've got that Mega... I think they had to bring Megas back, because you've got the whole Mega Evolution energy thing linking in with X and Y as well, and Oras.
Alright, yeah.
To connect Sun and Moon up. You're looking at the whole Zygarde colours thing, which I'm referencing Lockstin's videos. The whole Pokemon reset theory.
Yeah, looking forward to Zygarde hunting myself.
I think I'm really interested. I've never been so interested in a storyline before of a Sun and Moon. I think probably thanks to the theory of the reset. It's just, yeah, like there's so much that could happen in the storyline. It's ridiculous. So much.
I'm convinced that whole it all comes together thing is just going to confirm it straight up.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, so another little bit discussing the VGC rule set. So Callum, do you know what one of the biggest problems, or a lot of people's problem with the VGC 2016 World Championships? There was a few really big problems. One of them was something the runner-up did during the semi-final. The other one was something that many people did, including the guy that won it.
I imagine that would be Jennings.
No, not Jennings. That's not what people are outraged about.
Then I've got nothing.
Okay, well, in the semi-final, I think it was either the semi-final or the quarter-final, the guy that ended up as runner-up, when he won, showed a lot of disrespect to his opponent. So I think he stood up. The crowd didn't particularly like the guy, so he stood up and stuck his middle finger up at the crowd. Not the best idea.
I'd backhand that twat.
So yeah, that's the thing. And then the other, they both things come under the same rules: unsportsmanlike behaviour. Because the second thing was time stalling.
Oh god, really?
Now, the way VUC battles work, Callum, is that you have 45 seconds to pick your move, but each individual battle needs to be done in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And there was a battle where a guy was fighting a girl, and the girl was in completely control of the battle, and the guy time stalled the game from I think about 11 minutes to none, and he won thanks to time stalling. I don't remember what the full game was like. Apparently she misplayed at the end, which would have given her the game, but I can't remember. But you saw this a common trend throughout the entire tournament. People were time stalling, and people watching were outraged by it, despite the fact that it is part of the rules. You're allowed to do it. The rule is you can't time stall. However, if you're running a set timer, or like a shorter timer, through using the battle box system, which you are allowed to use the timer as a win condition. And people didn't get that. So what Pokemon have decided to do, they've obviously listened to people and say, alright, we're going to have to change things. And they've gone with the chess approach. Now, if you don't know what the chess timer is, each player has a certain amount of time in total to pick all of their moves in the battle. So, in this Pokemon idea, you've got 10 minutes. You've got 10 minutes in total to pick all of your moves. If you run out of time choosing your moves, you've lost. So in chess, what they do,
I like that. I like that a lot.
in chess, what they do is they'll sort of pick their move and they'll hit a bell. Their timer stops. The opponent's timer starts back up. So let's say we're having a game of chess, Callum. And I've taken my move. I've taken 45 seconds to pick my move. I've hit the buzzer, so I'm now at 9:15. You take a minute and a half to pick your move. You're at 8:30. You hit your buzzer. My timer starts going down from 9:15, and so on until either one of us wins or one of us runs out of time. The same thing is going to happen with Pokemon. You pick your move. If you run out of time, you've lost. Now, something Aaron Zhang said, which he didn't sound too pleased with this change, because he said, Aaron Zhang, if you don't know, is a very, very sort of high-tiered player. He commentated the World Championships this year instead of playing in it. I think the highest finish he's ever got is 3rd at Worlds. So by that you can tell he's pretty good. So something that he said was he didn't like the fact that your reduced amount of time means that you have... It's not rewarding well thought out plays.
Oh, panic decisions.
Yeah, but in my head, surely it's rewarding quick thinking. And I think that just shows another skill, and that shows that whoever wins it is even more deserving to win it, because it just makes it harder. Not only that, you've only got 45 seconds to pick your move anyway. Now, as far as I'm aware, your 10 minutes won't affect sort of the turn time. So if a Pokemon goes for a move, that won't take your timer down, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, if you do, what's 10 minutes? 10 minutes, 60 seconds, 600 seconds. What's 600? I'm going to get a calculator up.
What you think of?
600 divided by 45.
Yeah, no, I can't do that one in my mind.
So that gives you on average 13 and a third turns to win the game.
That is an average game, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. Wait, hold on. I'm just 600 seconds divided by 45. Right, that would signify that the average game, would, or the old format would be 13 turns roughly, maximum.
Actually, now I think about it, I've seen games that average about 20 odd.
What, in VGC?
Yeah, VGC and Showdown.
Showdown will be different to VGC though. Showdown's you got changing and move animations as well and stuff, which won't affect the timer. So basically, the little sum I worked out was the amount of turns the current metagame would have. So if you've got 45 seconds a turn, and if we put that into 10 minutes, you're looking at 13 turns. I'm guessing. Maybe this is me just going on a random tangent. I don't know. But to me, this is completely fair, and I think it's a fantastic addition. I really do.
So what? Time stalling is still a thing, but if you do, you'll be penalised for it.
Yeah, it won't run down your opponent's time. It'll only run down your timer. So if anything, you're just time stalling yourself.
Justice.
So I think it's a fantastic thing. I'm really, really happy they brought that in. Anything else in the rule set that you might want to add? I think it's pretty much it. They're the big new things.
Yeah. Hope you're not asking me directly, because I don't know shit.
I'm pretty sure basically the new rules are Alolan Dex only. That's not native to Alola. Oh, there is something. You know the Pentagon rule? Do you know the Pentagon rule? So in 2016, 2013 through 2016, which I think is X and Y. No, 2014 to 2016 would be X and Y, I think. Like those metagames, you know when you got a Pokemon from either the Hoenn region in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, or X and Y. You know, if you caught or bred a Pokemon from there, you know how it would have that little blue pentagon?
Yeah.
So the rule was, during those metagames, the X and Y and Oras metagames, was that any Pokemon used had to have that pentagon.
Right. So it's going to be a case of that again, then.
So what you couldn't do was take a Pokemon from Gen 4, let's say, with... Alright, let's say someone wanted to run, for whatever weird reason, a Pokemon with Defog. So Defog was an HM in Diamond, Pearl and Platinum. So let's say they wanted to use a Gliscor, for example, in the recent metagame. They could give the HM Defog... Actually, I don't even know if you could transfer Pokemon with HMs. So this might be just... No, you must be able to, because you can run it in OU. Yeah, no, I think you can do this. So you'd give Defog, say, Gliscor, and then you'd transfer Gliscor through the Poké Transfer system, and then through Pokemon Bank X and Y. But you wouldn't be able to use that in a VGC game, because it didn't have the pentagon. Now, Sun and Moon are running the same sort of thing with Alolan Dex. So it's not specifically Pokemon... It's not Gen 7 Pokemon. It's Pokemon that are bred or caught within Alola.
Yeah, they're native to Alola, aren't they?
Yeah. So...
And event Pokemon, it would seem.
Event Pokemon never allowed anyway. I'm going to shut my door quickly.
Yeah, true. Excuse me. you doing with that dog?
Come back. So, yeah, so a loaded only, new timer, and no megas.
Going off on a completely random tangent here. Have you handled the new fibers?
I have, yes.
They're weird.
They are weird, I agree.
Although, I can only assume they're waterproof as well.
Yeah, they are.
It's like Canadian money, waterproof, and they're scratch and sniff.
You can like if you like.
If you scratch and sniff these ones, though, all you'll get is disappointment.
If you scrunch them up, then they just go back to their normal thing as well. They don't like become all wrinkled.
Don't keep them in the wash though. They apparently shrink.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
It's if you wash them and then tumble dry them, isn't it?
Yeah, they just shrink like a fucking crisp packet in a microwave. Oh, I really want to do that now, but I haven't got a microwave.
I don't have a microwave either.
I should get a microwave. Just specifically for my bedroom. Just get like a microwave on the desk here.
God. Okay, so the next thing that we were going to discuss, of course, as you were making your little tangent earlier.
It's a couple days late, but happy 10th birthday to Generation 4 from Japan onwards. So,
exactly a week ago was the birthday of Generation 4 in Japan. It would have been the 27th of September, I think. I think it was the 27th of September. 29th of September. Even.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Something like that. 29th, 27th, 28th, somewhere around that. Might not even be a week, it might be a little bit more. But that was when Diamond and Pearl came out in Japan. So we were going to talk a little bit about our Gen 4 memories.
Well, it was the first generation you started off with, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, because I started off on 3.5.
Diamond was my... Well, technically I started from 3.5 as well because of Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah, true.
But Diamond was my first main series game. I agree, Gonzo. 4th gen, best gen. I agree.
I really enjoyed it, but I don't remember much from it.
So, 4th gen is just... I could play through Platinum all the time. I don't particularly like Heart Gold, Soul Silver. The game's just too boring. It's too slow.
Well, it is a revamp of a fucking Game Boy Color game, so...
It's like... It's just too slow for me.
Okay, I know I've told you about it, I don't think you remember, but I'm on Pokemon Go right now, using my data. I'm in another neighbourhood, about 50 metres, like, fucking southeast from me. I'm not even in my own house on here.
Yeah. Interesting. Well done, Pokemon Go, well done.
It's never done that before. It's weird.
It's very intelligent, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Very, very intelligent.
Although, on the plus side, I found a Pidgey nest.
Congratulations. So... I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. So Gen 4 was obviously, you've got Cyrus and Team Galactic, you've got the start, which we talked about this before, not on the stream, but about how I don't remember what my first starter was.
I think it was a Chimchar.
I got a funny feeling it was a Chimchar as well. It was either Chimchar or Piplup. It wasn't Turtwig. I think it was a Chimchar as well. Something really weird. I've never forgotten Monferno's cry. From the first time I heard it, I've never forgotten it. I've never forgotten Bidoof or Starly's either. Like, I can think of... I got, like...
I remember Floatzel's.
What's Floatzel's? I can't remember it.
I remember, like, the first time I described it, it sounded like floater, floater, Raikou.
Fair enough. But random.
Jesus Christ. Trying to catch a Pidgeot, but it's going all to shit.
Yeah, I remember I ran through Platinum once. I think it was Platinum. It might be Diamond. I can't remember. I never had Pearl. But I remember going through it once, and I decided that I wasn't going to evolve Chimchar straight away, which meant I wasn't going to have access to Mach Punch. Purely because I wanted to go through the game with a special attacking Infernape, so I wouldn't have close combat or Flare Blitz. And I had Chimchar up until I think level 22, where I evolved it, and that's purely because I wanted Nasty Plot. Like, Infernape can learn...
I remember that now.
Infernape learns Calm Mind by level up, but nah, I just wanted Nasty Plot. And what I did was I can't remember how, I think it's Move Tutor, but Infernape can learn Vacuum Wave. So I think by the end of the game, I had an in-game Infernape with Nasty Plot, Vacuum Wave, Flamethrower, and Grass Knot, and it was well fun. I really enjoyed running it.
Yeah. Do you remember the rumours about catching a Gengar in the old chateau?
Do you remember how it's actually not a rumour?
Yes. You had to have Fire Red and Leaf Green in the GBA slot of the DS.
It didn't matter what GBA slot or what GBA game it was, provided it was a Pokemon game. Could be Emerald, could be Ruby, could be Sapphire, could be Fire Red, could be Leaf Green.
I thought it was specifically Fire Red Leaf Green.
Doesn't matter which one it was. Could be any.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so if you do that, guys, and go into the old chateau in Eterna City, and run around for a bit, you've got like a 5 or 10% chance of finding an actual Gengar. Or is it if you go up to a picture?
It was in the room with the picture, I believe. I don't think it was this picture specifically, just the room.
Right, yeah. Because the picture glowed up with red eyes, so it was like Gengar's eyes, and that's pretty cool.
Until you looked directly at it on the same tile.
Yeah. I remember... Did we ever catch that Gengar? I don't remember. I think I tried to catch the Gengar in stream. I don't remember if we ever encountered it. I can't remember. We tried encountering something like it. Well, I'm not sure. But either way, it's pretty cool that that wasn't that. I did like the whole swarm thing. I really enjoyed that with Gen 4.
Swarm?
Do you remember the swarms? Where you had to go and talk to, like... you'd have to go and talk to... If you played as Lucas, you'd have to go and talk to Dawn's little sister, and she'd tell you about Swarm.
Oh, yeah.
So there'd be like a mass outbreak of Pokemon in a certain route, and that changes every day.
Yeah, I remember that now.
So that was a really, really cool aspect, as well as like the slot, you know, finding
It wasn't...
Pokemon.
Hang on, it didn't matter what character you were.
Yeah, I know, that's my point. I'd use it as an example.
Right.
So yeah, it didn't matter what character it was. So if you were Lucas, it would be Dawn's sister. If you were Dawn, it would be Lucas's sister.
Mm.
Something else which I loved about Gen 4 was the welcome back of the Battle Frontier.
Mm.
Swarms for Larvitars for Left. I always remember Swarms for Slack Off. I don't know why. I know exactly where they are as well.
I don't remember any of the swarms.
Eterna Forest. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah.
You could get Skitty on the route between Lake Valor and Sunnyshore City, I think.
Yeah, I remember that.
I can't remember. What could you get? What could you get just outside of Lake Acuity and Snowpoint City? You could get something there as well. I think.
I don't know.
I can't remember what it was. But yeah, like I love the whole swarm aspect. What else have you got? You've got, like I said, the Battle Frontier. A few weeks ago, I tried doing the Battle Factory, and in singles, I beat Thornton the first time, and I went out on my 30-second battle, I think, which sucked. Yeah.
I didn't even realise it. Swarms have happened since Generation 2.
Have they?
Yeah.
Go on.
Generation 2, you can find... Oh, it's because people calling you on the Pokegear saying how there's an outbreak of such and such on such and such route.
I forgot about that.
So you can find Quillfish. Shall I say the routes as well?
You have to go through all of them. You can give a few
examples. Quillfish at route 32, Dunsparce at 33, Yanma at 35, Snubble at 38, Remoraid at Route 44, and Marill at Route 45.
There's
And
more.
then-
There's a lot more than that in Platinum and Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, in Generation 3, it's version specific actually.
Ah, interesting.
Surskit you can find in Route 102 and 114 in Emerald. Lotad is Route 114 in Ruby. Nuzleaf is Route 114 in Emerald. Skitty is Route 116 in all 3 games. And C-Dot in Route 117 Sapphire and Emerald.
I know this is really off topic, but I feel like they did Gen 3 quite badly, like in order that the games came out.
There is a lot of swarms in Generation 4.
I know. I think there's one for every route.
Near enough, yeah.
The thing with Gen 3 is they put out Ruby and Sapphire, and you can't even get close to completing the Pokédex with them because you don't have Fire Red and Leaf Green out.
Oh shit, yeah, because all 5 games were dependent on each other, weren't they?
Yeah, you literally couldn't even come close to it though. Like not
Actually,
even
yeah.
close.
In Fire Red and Leaf Green, actually, those were 2 specific to themselves with the Sevi Isles. Had to complete the national dex to unlock all the others.
That's not fun. That's like trying to complete a national dex. But yeah, like
Well, I don't know. All you got to do is just trade over about, what, 6, 7 different Pokemon?
is that it?
Well, what was it? Electabuzz and Magmar, version exclusive. I think Growlithe and Vulpix are version exclusive. And then you've got the Pokemon that evolve by trading as well.
Fair enough. But
So
like,
that's-
I can hear myself
Oh, right, really?
very, very faintly.
Weird. Hold on.
Like extremely faintly. That's fine
Just
now.
turn volume down.
It's fine now. So with Gen 3 though, like obviously you couldn't complete the Pokédex because you didn't have a way of transferring Pokemon from Gen 2 to Gen 3. And we all know why that was, don't we? That was thanks to Machamp's new ability.
Wait, what?
You know you can't transfer Pokemon from Gen 2 to Gen 3, yeah?
Yeah, I know about
Right. And Gen 3 was when Pokemon got abilities.
that. Really? I thought it was Gen 2.
If Machamp got No Guard in Gen 2, that means he'd be hitting Fissures 100% of the time. I'm pretty sure they didn't have abilities in Gen 2. Maybe they did. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I swear it's Gen 3 though. But
Hold on. Introduced in Generation 3.
I thought it was.
Oh.
Anyway, back to Gen 4. Like memories and stuff. Like, I feel like Cyrus was one of the best leaders. He was ruthless. He really was.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the end of like the Gen 4 games, he didn't care about the team. It was just him. He literally manipulated the entire of Team Galactic. Like that's an evil leader.
It's a similar case in the anime, wasn't it?
Yeah, they pretty much followed the same storyline.
Hmm.
But like, and also Arceus for the box art of Gen 4 remix. Just saying. But hey, we just got
like its face or the ring.
no, like just Arceus for Arceus will be the box art.
I got
He blocked the
confused
freaking
with
leg.
box
Yeah,
art.
that's. What do you mean the box art?
The PC boxes, you can customize them. Remember?
Oh, not that. No, I mean like legit,
Yeah.
like actual like
yeah.
game. Yeah, that's FIFA 17.
Yeah, but
Again.
the lake was completely full of Magikarp, though, wasn't it? So
I'm quite surprised they didn't go with another Lake of Rage thing where they had a random like Red Gyarados come up.
Oh no, maybe it was kind of a foresight thing because they had Heart Gold Soul Silver afterwards, didn't they?
That's true. That's a good point. I hadn't thought of it like that way.
Either that or they just forgot about it.
But I feel like Cyrus is probably one of the more ruthless leaders out there. He's brilliant. And, yeah. What else did Gen 4 came with an influx of legendary Pokemon as well. You've got the Lake Guardians, the Creation. It is the Creation Trio, isn't it? Arceus, well, Creation Quartet if you want to count Arceus in that. Manaphy, Fione, Shaman, Regigigas, Heatran. I mean,
Cresselia, Darkrai.
Cresselia, Darkrai. You could catch the legendary birds as well in Gen 4 in Platinum.
Yeah.
You could catch the Regis in Platinum as well.
Although that was only with an event, Regigigas, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've actually done the event. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. If you want to, I'll gen the Pokemon for you, and you can go and do the event.
I was thinking whether you would still have it, or whether you put it in bank or not.
No, I genned it. It's a really fun event. Like you go in. You know how you've got like the little puzzles.
I'm trying to remember the specific locations because it's Iron Island.
Iron Island. You've got
Spear Pillar.
Oh yeah, Mount Coronet.
Oh,
not
Coronet. That's it.
That's Regice. And then Regirock was found on that little island post game. You've got an area where you've got Mount Stark. You've got an area which I originally thought it was a sandstorm. It's not. It's ash, as I found it in Chuggo Conroy's Platinum Let's Play.
It's not the resort.
It's between the survival area and the resort.
Yeah.
It's just to the east of the survival area.
I can't remember what it's called, but I know what you're about.
It's Route. I want to say Route 228. Or Route like 230 or something like that. That's where you get Regirock. And what you do is you when you have the Regigigas in your party, you go into one of the caves, and lit up on the floor is kind of the dots, as in the shape of their eyes. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you have to like step on all the dots, like a dot to dot thing, and it's well cool. And then you hear the voice, and then a statue appears in front of you, and then you have to go up to it. Go on.
Was it just like hit all of them in a specific pattern, or just hit all of them?
You just had to stand on all of them, and then you'd go up to a statue, hit check what button it is. Hit A on the DS thing to sort of talk to the statue anyway, or whatever sound the Reggie's made. That was a terrifying sound, wasn't it? But yeah, and then the fight begins. What other legendaries are there? Is that it? Obviously,
I thought you had to use like Rock Smash or something.
No. Obviously, you've got the.
Actually, no. It was the whole hate gem things with the Regis. That was only Gen 3, wasn't it? Had to use like Rock Smash and fucking Dig or whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna have to end the stream fairly soon because my throat's drying out. Like
it's been over an hour now.
I'm getting like serious hiccups.
From a dry throat.
Yeah, dry throat. I've got like when you have like little bits of sick come up into your throat.
Acid reflux.
Yeah, I've got that. But yeah.
Your biology doesn't make sense to me.
That's because I'm not human.
Fair.
Anything else you want to talk about Gen 4? Any other memories that you can think of?
I'm still convinced that PL, you know what I'm on about?
Yes.
I'm still convinced he somehow managed to hack in a Shadow Lugia or something.
Yeah, you mentioned that last time, didn't you? Oh yeah. Alright, we'll talk a little bit. So, I had actually done, and we had actually recorded week 2, but because of timing issues, that I just couldn't edit it in time. So I was like, oh, we'll just live stream it instead. And then obviously we got the Sun and Moon news, so I was like, alright, let's live stream it tonight. Why not? It's perfect time. Even though I would prefer to do it on Sundays, but we might do it on Sunday as well. I want to get a set time doing it. But yeah, so during my first play of Diamond, I couldn't beat Cynthia, and I had to borrow the same person's that Callum's referencing, Shiny Palkia at level 100 to be able to smash through Cynthia, because I can do it. Because I didn't know what I was doing, and we were all giggling at school because my mate had a Weasel that had Fly thanks to the action replay.
Yeah. I reckon that sparked the increase of people buying action replays. Just Generation 4 in general.
I agree, yeah. Because people just... You had the 4 events, didn't you? You had the Manaphy event, you had the Darkrai event, you had the Arceus event, and you had the Shaman event.
Yeah.
And I think most people bought the action replay just to get those events. Because obviously the Azure Flute was never released for Diamond, Pearl and Platinum. It was never released at all. I don't even think it was released in Japan.
Yeah, I think it was like something to do with time constraints, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But or they didn't do it to to go with Loxton's theory. Just saying.
Totally.
But if you never did it like with an action replay, the Azure Flute basically you took up the Spear Pillar once you were in the post game, and instead of walking straight forward past all the spears where Dialga, Palkia, or Giratina would have been, like a glass staircase would appear in front of you right at the beginning, and you'd walk up it and find a level 80 Arceus.
Spear Pillar would become the Hall of Origin.
That is it.
And PL kept on arguing with me about it, saying it was still Spear Pillar.
No, it's the Hall of Origin.
He obviously... Yeah, but you really expected him to listen, especially to me.
True. No one listens to you.
Yeah. That and he was an arrogant piece of shit.
Anyway.
What's he even doing these days?
Beating someone up, probably.
I was going to say something else, but it's pretty sensitive material for a stream, so...
Yeah, I think I knew what you were going to say as well. Anyway, I think that is where we're going to leave it. Again, I'll leave you with the reminder that the Keldeo event is currently on, as well as you can get the 3 Reggies from Pokemon Bank.
And Volcanion.
And Volcanion if you're English. You can get if you go to a game.
Actually, I doubt enough people will probably watch this, but I'm gonna get a couple of extra codes for giveaways.
Yeah, Callum wants to do a giveaway, so we'll do that one stream as well, one day.
Yeah.
Don't know when, but it'll be pretty cool. So this particular Volcanion, you actually get a free Assault Vest with it, so it's really worth getting.
Nice. It's like, how much BP is that?
Probably like 48.
Sounds
It's level
about right.
70. It has the moves Steam Eruption, Overheat, Hydro Pump, and Explosion. So people who are in North America can get that 10th of October. Europeans can get that you can get it now if you go to Game or GameStop.
Hang on.
Wait, wasn't that the guy who wanted Heatran the same as the same guy in X and Y? The Looker chapters.
Buck.
Who wanted Heatran? Wait, wasn't the guy
Buck,
who...
would it?
Hey?
You know Buck, right?
Buck, yeah, I know of Buck. Buck wanted to protect Heatran, didn't he?
Yeah. Hang on, he wanted the Heat Stone, didn't he? And then gave it back, and then Heatran appeared or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Because you Team Galactic stole the Heat Stone, and then Heatran appeared.
Hmm.
In the Looker chapters.
To be honest.
Looker... Well, I don't even remember what happened in the Looker chapters in X and Y.
I'm still annoyed.
The scientist guy.
Carol?
Caron, yeah, you got him. He was doing the Stark Mountain thing.
I'm still annoyed that they didn't choose a British voice for Looker.
Yeah, they should have done. He does look very British, doesn't he?
I'm on about the whole David Tennant Doctor Who thing.
Ah.
The whole resemblance.
Should be Scottish then, shouldn't he?
Well, yeah, but I don't know. He did put on a British accent, an English accent, even in the show. So
Anyway, back to the event. So, as I was saying, so if you are European, you can get Volcania now by going to a game or a GameStop, depending on what's in your retrospective country. Or if you are American, you can get it 10th of October, and both of the distributions finish at the end of October. You've got Darkrai, which you can currently get if you are North American. Currently, you can also get a Hooper currently with a serial code. Same with Darkrai serial code.
man, you guys are getting it late.
I'll look at also. Okay, so European events specifically, a Keldeo, which you can get now. Upcoming events, no upcoming events. You can get a Meowth if you type in the serial code Happy. So it's a Meowth level 20 with Happy Hour, Screech, Bite, and Fake Out.
Happy hour.
You can get your Darmanitan, and unfortunately, Shiny Yveltal has now gone. Which is a shame. That was for the Nordic countries. And Europeans cannot get the Regirox or the Regis from Pokemon Bank anymore.
Oh, we can't get it anymore.
No. However, we can still get. But our Volcanion goes on until November 23rd. My lord.
I guess that makes sense.
Wait, so our Volcanion goes 1st of October to November 23rd. North Americans go 10th of October to the 31st of October.
Rip.
Wait, so we get the Volcanion event on the date that Sun and Moon comes out.
Well, we get the event for longer, but we still get the game later.
Yeah.
I still don't understand that, and it still pisses me off.
Anyway, before I completely destroy my throat, we're going to finish things off there. So leave a like if you've enjoyed, and we'll be back again on Sunday to discuss some more things. I'm sure it'll be a lot shorter than this one. This one's going on for an hour and a half. But thank you very much for watching. Any final words, Callum?
Play Pokemon. That's it. I'm out. Peace.
See you next time.